The Mavericks got their ass kicked by the Clippers. We'll tell you how next on the DLLS Mavs postgame show. Hey, what's up, DLLS Mavs Nation? It's your man, Kevin Gray, alongside Mavericks beat writer Tim Cato, Mavericks analyst Bobby Carell, and our national NBA insider, Marc Stein. We, of course, are DLLS Mavs. Appreciate you joining us here on our post-game show after the Mavericks get crushed tonight, 114-91 to the Los Angeles Clippers on the first night of the baseball series, Marc Stein, back-to-back inside Intuit Dome in Los Angeles. We will break it down here for you over the course of the next hour. You can make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to DLLS Sports while you are here as well. Join the over 19,900 members, subscribers strong here at DLLS Sports as we move closer to 20,000 subscribers for DLLS Sports. It was gross tonight, as you saw on our title card tonight, as the Mavericks did not have Anthony Davis tonight. Klay Thompson did not start the second half of tonight's game due to illness. Jaden Hardy sprained his ankle late in the fourth quarter. Just a disgusting night, Tim Cato, for the Dallas Mavericks, who just simply could not get anything going, especially after the first quarter.
Yeah, kind of the worst case scenario, because Dallas was going into this game, obviously with the, I think the team's expectation is Anthony Davis will play tomorrow. Marc Stein on the Stein line. Maybe if there's anything incorrect there, you can let us know. But it was always likely that he wasn't going to play both games of the back-to-back. If he's back tomorrow, if Dereck Lively might be able to play, that obviously sets up Dallas for a better chance of success against the Clippers. But then you look at the Clippers starters and the minutes they played. 24 for Kawhi, 27 for Zubats, 30 for Harden, 30 for Powell, 24 for Chris Dunn. Kawhi Leonard hasn't played back-to-backs all season. If he ever was going to play one, it was probably a home back-to-back coming off 24 minutes. Still not counting on that, but there's a scenario where the Clippers are just as hard to beat tomorrow night, even if you get a couple players back. It's not the end of the world. Dallas still making the play-in tournament. They're still going to be the 9th or 10th seed, but
Sacramento won tonight.
Did
they?
Yeah, Sacramento did win tonight. They beat the brakes off of Charlotte tonight.
I thought I heard that, and then Tim made me doubt myself. Thank you.
They're still going to be the 9th or 10th seed, for sure. But you did not tire out a Clippers team who you have to play again tomorrow night.
Without having AD and without having Lively, they're kind of thrust back into that position they were in for a really long time, for a month and a half after AD got hurt. The first time where your starting lineup is like okay, and your depth is just completely gone. Derrick Jones Jr. off the bench, plus 34 for the Clippers.
Revenge game.
Yeah, Bogdanovich plus 25.
A very cool pass.
And, the Clippers starters are obviously, much better starting lineup than the Mavs, and so you're just at a disadvantage at almost every position up and down the roster. Just got completely outclassed. It was evident from about 4 minutes into the game how this one was going to go. There was never a doubt, Mark.
It was evident when Jason Kidd at pregame availability said Anthony Davis will not be playing tonight.
There it is.
I think it was evident at that point.
Yeah. And, tomorrow if Kawhi doesn't play and AD does.
Ty Lue has already said that that decision has not yet been made. The Clippers are evaluating. They will evaluate to see if.
Well, tomorrow could be tough.
I'm about to say, because Tim mentioned it, Kawhi only played 24 minutes. That puts Kawhi potentially in play for tomorrow, even though he hasn't been playing back-to-backs.
Yeah, it's different language than the Clippers have used about Kawhi Leonard and his ability to play back-to-backs. Well, we'll see, but it does stand out.
Another thing I thought that was just a big bummer tonight, again, you're down AD and Lively. So that's 2 big people, 2 centers. If you would, Zubac just dominated. Again, like we said in the pregame last year in that playoff series, Gafford struggled a little bit against Zubac. So did Lively. I mean, it's not like, Lively was shutting him down either. But tonight, I mean, Zubac is just so much bigger than Kai Jones. Drew Eubanks came in and was giving the Mavs the work.
Tanner's laughing at me. I feel it.
The Mavs just did not have any sort of size to contend with Zubac. And so tomorrow, if Kawhi is out, presumably they'll play through Zubac more, which means AD and Lively better come ready to play. And if Gafford's able to go, him too, because Zubac is completely dominated. I mean, Zubac and Eubanks tonight combined for 26 points and 20 rebounds.
Jeez.
You know what's funny about that though? I didn't think Zubac's touch was really there.
Yeah,
and
he was only 6 of 14.
I didn't think the Clippers had a A+ performance. I'm not sure they even had an A performance. Like that was a B+ performance, and it didn't matter. It was enough to dog walk Dallas, but it wasn't them at the very top of their game. They're clearly the better team, but they're just more talented. And like not a single starter shot. Other than Chris Dunn, all 4 of their main starters, Kawhi, Zubac, Harden, Powell, all of them shot under 50% from the field. That's a super rudimentary, elementary way of looking at things. But none of them was just like on fire. They shot, the Clippers as a team shot under 50%. Hit their threes, hit a good number of threes. But it looked there for a second that the Clippers are going to be so good that there's going to be a 40-point game. And then they just kind of like plodded along and
the third quarter they kind of just went through the motions.
Would you guys enjoy a moment of levity?
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
It better be levity.
You see in the comments where I believe that's Lucky Pepe is taking issue with the pants that I'm wearing tonight. And this will be news that
they look comfy.
This will be news that he enjoys because I once actually wore these in the presence of Dirk Nowitzki.
Oh yeah.
Who likewise did not approve of them.
Dirk didn't like those?
With much more colorful disdain than was voiced in the chat room. So
oh, come on. I could see Dirk wearing those.
I figured that would bring a smile to.
I need a Marc Stein, Dirk Nowitzki trash talk story. Like I need like the one time that Dirk looked at whatever you was doing or saying or wearing and was like, yeah, like I need.
We could do it for an hour. I'm not going to tell probably the best ones, but yeah.
That might be Stein line tonight.
You know how he is. Why is this? Oh man.
Oh no. Do you need the cord?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to deal with that.
Did his computer just die?
No. But it is on the way.
He's running on borrowed time.
Kind of like the Mavs season.
We're 8 minutes into the show.
By the way, this is what you need to know from tonight's game, gentlemen. The score was tied 10-10 with 6 minutes left in the first quarter.
Huge.
The Clippers outscored the Mavericks in the rest of that first half 48-25. By the time we got to the end of the first half, it was 58-35. Clippers over the Mavs. Game over. That's essentially what it was when it came to the Mavericks tonight and their play. In fact, they only scored what was 16 points in the first quarter, 19 points in the second quarter of tonight's game. The scoring did pick up a little bit as the game went on, but the game was well in hand by then for Los Angeles. A couple of numbers from tonight's game. Najee Marshall led the Mavericks with 22 points tonight. Spencer Dinwiddie had 18 points, going 7 of 13 from the field in 29 minutes. Kawhi Leonard led the Clippers with 20 points. Norman Powell had 14, as well as Ivica Zubac with his 14 points in this game. Mavericks only shot 4 of 20 from the three-point line. That is a cool 20%, while also going 17 of 26 from the free throw line. That is 65% from the line. Overall, they shot 45% from the field, while the Clippers shot nearly 47% from three, and shot nearly 50% from the field overall. They also went 12 of 16 from the charity stripe. Just to give
4 of 20. Bobby, do you think we did better at halftime shooting Papa shot?
Man,
Then 4
The
of
house
20.
is that y'all were building during halftime.
well, no,
did
we
it
made
be a
some.
Tanner could hear?
no,
Like,
KG is over exaggerating this. So there's a beautiful
thank you,
Papa
Tanner.
shot
No,
machine
I'm not. No, I
right
am
on
not.
the other side of
Cato's
this wall.
lifetime shooting percentage on that Papa shot, based on what I've seen,
Mm.
is hovering in the 18s.
No,
And that's a very specific number.
we weren't missing that many shots, but we were we were taking the shots from so far away
Yeah,
that
let
if
me
we
clarify.
miss,
We're not talking about like we're not actually playing the Papa shot machine.
we're stretching the limits of our imagination.
We're shooting from several. Probably we're shooting
NBA range threes on this thing.
we're shooting.
Y'all
20
were still
footers.
building house after house after house.
Well,
out
no,
there.
it's because whenever you miss, it's going to be loud because you have to shoot it so hard to get it that far.
You were still missing though.
Yeah, but
So the bricks themselves are
But
being
what
laid.
I'm saying is that I think that's fine. I think we did not shoot better. than
KG's
4
doing
of
the
20,
second read of the break
but
if
we
you want to
probably
wait until
matched
then.
it.
Yeah, no, I bet. I mean, if we really lock in, we could
I
each
get
go 4 for
electrocuted
20 on the
online,
Papa
would that be
shot.
Absolutely.
if
Well,
y'all
just-
really locked in, you could go 4 for 20.
You don't have any forks on you, dude.
Have you tried shooting from our range?
I stay. Actually, I have, and you've seen me do it too.
Yeah, and I've seen you make it before. you
Yeah.
know, but like, are you going to do much better than 20%?
I did. I went 100% because I quit while I'm ahead.
I've seen you miss from that range.
When?
I haven't seen you make it.
We back, Tanner.
Nice.
Later on in the shit.
Which one? I didn't hear what you played. Which one?
Nice.
Who's that?
Your buddy Dwayne
Spencer
Price the other
Dinwiddie.
night let Spencer Dinwiddie know that.
Oh yeah. Okay,
yeah,
I
exactly.
remember now.
By the way, the Mavericks gave back that game tonight as against the for the Sacramento Kings. Kings beat the brakes off the Hornets tonight on the road.
Play that
Mavericks-
drop again.
Nice.
There you go. So with that, the Kings win coupled with the Mavericks loss means that the Mavericks are now just a half game ahead of the Kings for the 9th spot in the West. And of course, if you want the Mavericks to host a play-in, they would need to finish ahead, not tie with the same record with Sacramento because Sacramento has the tiebreaker over Dallas. So Mavericks have to finish ahead of Sacramento if they want to host the 9-10 play-in game, which will be on April the 16th.
I have a little thing about that.
Yeah, go ahead.
So the Mavs put out an announcement today. If the Mavs finish 9th, they will offer, they call them Club Maverick members, so season ticket holders, they will offer them, I'm assuming free. I don't really know how that works. Maybe it's at a discount or something. I don't know. But anyway, I think it's free. I don't want to speak out of turn. Season ticket holders tickets to that play-in game, which first off, that's pretty cool. I think that's actually a really nice gesture by the Mavs. It is very, very difficult to sell tickets for a game that you don't know you're going to have until like 2 days beforehand. So I don't know if this is something that other teams do. The Mavs have never been in the play-in before, so this is kind of new territory for them. But I can imagine it's
will
pretty
that make
tough.
you like the plan?
No. Nothing will ever make me like the plan.
You know what?
I'm stubborn.
When they win the 9-10 game, you're just gonna be gesticulating wildly in triumph.
No, if they beat the mighty Wolves, or if they take down these
If
pesky Clippers
they
and the
win,
8-9.
if they win the first game and then spring an upset in the second game and actually force a first round series with the last time that I checked Oklahoma City Thunder.
That's right.
Last time I checked, they were up like 40 in the game they were playing tonight.
Oh,
they lost
they
tonight.
lost to the Rockets.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Are they vulnerable?
They can't win 70 now, right?
Finals run incoming?
No,
had-
you got to really lean into it.
they had
What's
to
going
win
on
out.
here?
They had to win out.
And we've already seen AD and the Mavs take down those Rockets.
That's a
Are
good
the Mavs
point.
the best team in the West?
Crisis in OKC, 69-13 is the best they can finish.
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
Let's
Nice.
take our first break here on the DLLS Mavs post-game show. When we come back, we will talk about the game a little bit. And then we're going to have some fun because it's movie season. It's always movie season. What are some of your favorite movies, Marc Stein? We'll talk about it a little bit later on the DLLS Mavs post-game show.
But first, Monarch Money is more than just your average budgeting app. It is actually a complete financial command center for your accounts, investments, and goals. I set up an account for myself earlier this week, and it is awesome. You can basically set goals for yourself, and the app will help you meet those goals or give you kind of some tips, some tricks on what you can do to achieve them, or the app can generate them for you. It's so cool to track all of your money. For me, it's actually a little scary to track how much I spend on food. I like to eat out a lot, and Monarch says, yo, you've spent this many dollars at Chipotle this week. You should probably dial it back a little bit, maybe figure out a way to save some money next time. Monarch Money is named the Wall Street Journal's best budgeting app of 2025 for a reason, folks. It is incredible. Would highly, highly recommend. And you can get control of your overall finances with Monarch Money. Use code DLLS at monarchmoney.com in your browser for half off your first year. That's 50% off your first year. Again, monarchmoney.com and use code DLLS.
Howdy, partners. It's time for the American Rodeo 2025, April 11th and 12th at Globe Life Field. The richest weekend in rodeo returns for 1 weekend only at the home of the Texas Rangers. Don't miss the world's top rodeo athletes compete against the brightest rising stars in the sport for over $3 million in prize money. Marc Stein, world champions Haley Kensel, Stetson Wright, Jackie Crawford, and Casey Field return to Globe Life Field with an American Rodeo title on the line. Over 150 rodeo athletes compete over 2 days for a shot, gentlemen, at $1 million at Globe Life Field. Who will be rodeo's next millionaire? It's back-to-back nights of unmatched competition at the American Rodeo. Friday is the final qualifying round where dreams are made or broken. Then Saturday is the championship round where the best go head-to-head for the ultimate title. Make sure you go to AmericanRodeo.com to get your tickets today. 1 weekend, 2 unforgettable nights in Arlington. Back here on the DLLS Mavs postgame show, Mavericks get clobbered tonight by the Los Angeles Clippers.
Can I interject with 2 quick things and let you go back to your second segment plans?
Go ahead.
2 very quick things.
Yeah, go ahead.
Number 1, your flooring reads used to be the best. I think I'm going rodeo now. I think rodeo with the hat.
Killing it, man,
with the hat.
Yeah,
man.
Has rocketed to the top of the ranking.
Yeah.
Number 2, I just realized I actually do have a pretty fun Steinline game for the third segment.
Okay.
Let's go.
All right.
Let's go. Come on, segments on the
fly. That I think all of you guys will enjoy.
Okay.
Before we get to the movies in the fourth section. That's it.
We need to tease ahead.
I'm done interrupting.
No, you're not done, actually, because we have a super chat from GM Ben that you need to read specifically. Go ahead.
I mean, he's paying and thinks these are clever. Super chat, $1.99.
That's right.
Wow.
Oh my God.
That's right.
New Stein nickname, King of Chords. GM Ben, listen, I'm the old guy. I will decide the nicknames. And King of Chords, nobody's going with that. That's not sticking.
That's kind of a cool name.
Shout out to GM Ben.
I don't hate that.
From Lucky
Tanner
Pope
has all kinds of stuff stored in that computer.
Tanner's
if
just getting
God
cooking.
forbid something happens to that computer, this show is derailed.
From Lucky Pope, they want to see me win the rodeo. First of all, I don't know how much money you would have to pay me to get on one of those bulls or horses to even try.
How long do you think you could last on the back of a bull?
That's a great question. Probably about half a second, if that.
One kick?
Yeah, one kick and my ass get tossed all the way up. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Tim, how long do you think you could last on a bull?
What's the longest anybody's ever done it?
I don't know, probably like 10 or 11 seconds.
Yeah.
Okay, well, plus 1 seconds.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
all right.
Jeez, all right.
All right, Bobby, what you
I
got?
would just put my mind to it. I would just be like, I'm not going to be controlled by man-made records and constructs of how long people used to stay on a
okay, well, get in the
fucking
abstract.
Bronco
Good for you.
I would fall off right away. No shot.
No. Okay, well.
You're just built different.
How long you got?
Yeah, no, I'm falling off right away.
Right away?
I am not strong. And I don't have very good balance.
Oh, ye a little faith.
See, I would make the Bronco my friend. I'd bring some sugar, hide it in my hand.
What would you do, talk it to death
I think
or
that's
something?
how that works.
Yeah. I would yap it. I would yap away.
Tanner, how long you lasting on a bull? Oh,
wow.
Nice.
Well, just
Tanner
tell
will
me
not
so I
be
can tell the people.
silenced.
Oh, okay, cool. That's awesome.
Yeah.
By the way, I have a standings update if We do need to talk basketball. Just let me know when.
Hit it, Tim. Hit
Whatever.
What were you going to say?
I said, well, I don't want to influence the voting, but I did vote in the poll,
Oh, well,
Whoa.
too late.
and not for
wow.
myself.
Okay.
Oh, I'm getting votes already. Let's go. Standings update. Western Conference standings update. Hit it. What do we got?
Well, it's not even really a standings update. I mean, we can do that too, but basically I was just going to say, okay, Dallas is going to make 9th or 10th. Why do I think that? If Dallas doesn't win another game all season, the Phoenix Suns still have to win 3 of their last 5.
Good luck with that.
At New York, versus the Warriors, versus the Thunder, versus the Spurs, at Sacramento. I could buy them beating...
I got one in the possible.
Honestly, they could win maybe the last 3 games. Like OKC, now that they don't have 70 wins in play, OKC goes into that game not taking it seriously. I've seen OKC's B team destroy bad opponents. But I could see it in theory. Then they go beat San Antonio.
That's the one right there. That's the only
Then you
one.
have a do or die, like you have to beat Sacramento on the road if you're Phoenix. But this is all assuming Dallas loses out. I think Dallas can beat Toronto at worst.
That's like the only game that I feel good
I'm
about.
about to say, yeah, I don't know, man. That's probably the only one. By the way, did you say Golden State's part of that schedule?
Yeah.
Golden State right now, man, is looking fantastic.
20-2 when both Stephen Curry and Jimmy Butler are in uniform.
I was joking
One of those
earlier.
losses?
20-2, 20-1
Bobby, don't you do
against
it.
teams not based in North Texas.
Brandon Williams said, guys.
I was joking earlier. I was like, can the Warriors come out the West? Like, it's kind of getting absurd how well that they're playing. Like, they went on the road last night, beat the Lakers, and then come back home tonight and beat the Nuggets.
The scary thing is they believe they can, despite they're small. They're not a big team.
No, they're not.
They're just swagger with Jimmy. I went to San Antonio last weekend, saw them throw up a breezy 148 on what's left of the Spurs.
Not what's left of the Spurs. Damn.
By the
This is Mavs show.
By this time
F-
tomorrow night, Dallas might have cracked 148
I don't know,
overall.
man.
Across these 2 games.
Yeah, combined.
Across the 2 games. I mean,
Yeah.
I would hope so. That would be pretty bad if it was only 148 over the 2
Maybe
games.
by halftime tomorrow they'll get there.
I'm
not positive that's going to happen by halftime. They have a half like they did. But yeah, Dallas is now 38-40. Sacramento Kings are 37-40. So Dallas has a half game on Sacramento. But
Can the Mavs finish 3-1 and finish 500 this season?
No.
So Dallas actually does not have control of the 9th seed. Sacramento, all they would have to do is win out, and Dallas could win out, and it wouldn't matter.
So let's go across the panel. Do they finish 500 to end the season?
They got at Clips, home Lakers, home Toronto, at Memphis. Correct?
No.
That's correct.
40-42 feels.
That's about as best I think they can do.
I don't know.
I'd say they win. They go 1-3.
So that would put them at
I don't know. What's the record right now?
43.
Yeah.
Well, it's going to be interesting that last game in Memphis. What if you would think, okay, they just rest. They're let's say they're locked in the 9 seed, but if if a Memphis win helps Memphis move up the charts, do the Mavs actually want to win that game? Because you want Memphis to end up 8th if you have any influence on it, because they're the most beatable team that the Mavs could see in the play-in. Mavs are going to win the 9-10 game. Tanner, I guarantee it.
Oh, wow.
Mavs will win the 9-10 game. So who are they going to play they're going to play the 7-8 loser. If you're the Mavs, the way things are trending in the West, all these other teams in the West Minnesota, Clippers, obviously Warriors, Lakers, you'd want to play Memphis, right? Am I wrong?
Yeah, right now for sure, yeah.
By the way,
Yeah.
For those in the chat, if they go 1-3, they would finish at 39-43. Not 39-42. There's 82 games in the season, not 81. So yeah, if they went 1-3,
41-41 would be given everything that has happened in this season.
I'm absolutely not ruling them out ruling out them beating the Lakers, especially with the rest advantage.
I mean, the Lakers are coming in on the second night of a back-to-back.
Second night of the back-to-back. Dallas is going to have 3.
They are, yeah. They're playing.
Dallas has 3 days off leading into a home game.
Yeah.
The Lakers are coming in on the second night of a back-to-back.
After a baseball series against the Thunder.
It's going to be like a completely surreal environment. And tomorrow night, also leads to random craziness.
Tomorrow night, it is not definitive, but I do think the strong expectation is that both Anthony Davis and Dereck Lively will play. So a win tomorrow is not inconceivable.
Well, I mean, Lively is already going to be on a, I would imagine, again, on a 15-minute restriction.
He'll still be on a minute's restriction, but
it helps.
That game is the Lakers game in Dallas. That's going to be their 5th game in 7 days. You do not see that a lot. Or did they have a makeup game in there?
They've had they had
for the Fire.
They had
the
3
Fires,
straight back-to-backs in an 8-day. When I went to Milwaukee to go see them, that was part of a
6 games in 8 days.
Yeah, and they were 3, and the 6 games were stuffed into 3 back-to-backs.
That's tough, man. That's a lot of basketball.
What if there's a scenario where a player ends up getting traded mid-season and then only is eligible for postseason awards because they ended up being eligible to play like 86 games, 85 games?
Well, that happened. Who did we see that with the other day? Were you here for that?
No.
I forget
KJ,
who it
remember,
was.
There was a guy I was looking up that played 85 games.
We were talking about that.
Yeah.
Somebody played like 84 or 85.
Yeah, there was a season
games.
somebody played 83.
No, there was a season someone played 85.
Buddy Hield might have played 83.
Wasn't it? Was it Levine?
I can't remember off the top of my head who it was, but
Basketball reference maestro to
It was
the
84.
rescue.
It was definitely 84.
If I had to guess, I would imagine with the Lakers.
Tell me Buddy Hield had an 83-game season. I want to feel like I remembered something valuable.
With the Lakers coming in on the second night of a back-to-back, it would not shock me if the Lakers sat Luka on the second night of that, or the
first night of
the first night of it, for him to be available to play against the Mavericks the next night, because there's no way he's missing that game.
Last season, Buddy Hield played 84 games.
Oh, there we go. There we go. So there is some more intrigue, but yeah, the Mavericks will have 4 days of rest by the time they get ready to play Los Angeles on Wednesday, as far as the Lakers are concerned there. But that just gives you an idea of where the standings are and where these teams sit when it comes to the Western Conference. I mean, we mentioned a little bit ago in terms of Memphis. Memphis, with 1 win, shot all the way up to 6th, and now they're back down to 8th at the end of this particular night, even though they have the same record as Minnesota and the Clippers. The Minnesota Timberwolves are in the 6th seed at 45-32. The Clippers are in the 7th seed at 45-32. And Memphis is in the 8th seed at 45-32. So it is a jumbled mess. In fact, when you look at seeds 3 through 8, they are separated by a total of 2 games. So down the stretch here over the last 4 or 5 games, it's going to get really, really crazy based off of seeding. In fact, the Lakers, with their win tonight, they go back up to the 3 seed. The Nuggets drop down to the 4, and the Warriors are now the 5 seed right now. So your 4-5 matchup in the first round would be the Nuggets and the Warriors, and your 3-6 matchup right now would be the Lakers and the Timberwolves.
And the Nuggets need a 3-1 finish just to get to 50 wins.
It was former All-Star as the 6th man, Chris Gatling, played 85 games in 1999-2000, played 45 games for the Magic, 40 games for the Denver Nuggets.
Wow.
That's impressive minutia that I was not aware of.
85 games. Walt Bellamy apparently played 88 in a game one year. Is that true?
85 is not the record?
Walt Bellamy played 88 games in the 68-69 season.
Can you please
How did he do that?
Can you please email me that list, because I'm going to use that in the Tuesday Substack.
Yeah, absolutely.
I like that list.
Let's take our next break here.
I like that list.
On the DLLS Mavs
That's the kind of list of
postgame
nerdy
show.
minutia that I live for.
That's a great list.
When we come back, we'll let Marc Stein participate in a game of his on the Stein line. Next on the DLLS Mavs postgame show.
The cells in our bodies are the building blocks of life. Timeline is a supplement that works with those cells to help you give you more energy to feel stronger during workouts, to preserve health and mobility as you start to age. The patented ingredient is MitoPure, a postbiotics nutrient that clears out dysfunctional mitochondria, aka the cell's battery packs. I know that sounds like a lot of science. We're all, sports people, journalists here. We were obviously, not science nerds. But, with regular use, you'll see and feel the difference in the form of improved energy levels, better workouts, faster recover, more endurance, and more. That's the stuff that we care about. This is why you should be listening. This is why this matters. Right now, Timeline is giving you 10% off your order of MitoPure. Go to timeline.com/DLLS today to get started. That's timeline.com/DLLS.
The Clippers might have a wall, but DLLS Sports has a floor. Take that, Steve Ballmer. Can your fans do this?
They probably can, actually.
They probably can, but you know what? It would not be as comfortable or as sturdy or as stable or as reliable or as affordable as the floors right here in the DLS Sports Studio. And you can get your home outfitted with flooring from our friends at Empire Today anytime you like. Empire Today is your best bet for a new floor. That company lives and breathes flooring. It is all they do. You're not going to get ripped off or like, hey, here, buy this lawnmower along with your floor. Or some dude that was selling light bulbs yesterday is trying to sell you flooring today. No, this is all they do. So you can trust that they have your best interests in mind and that their expertise is going to lead you in the right direction. You can schedule a free in-home estimate today because some things are just better at home. DLLS listeners can receive a $350 discount when using promo code DLLS. Again, a $350 discount with code DLLS. Visit EmpireToday/DLLS for more details.
Mavericks get destroyed in the first night of their baseball series. Marc Stein with the Los Angeles Clippers as they fall in the first game, looking to bounce back tomorrow, hopefully with Anthony Davis returning to the lineup. There will be questions about Klay Thompson's availability and also Jaden Hardy. Klay Thompson did not start the second half of tonight's game due to illness, and Max Christie took his place. And then Jaden Hardy, for what feels like the 5,000th time this season, sprained his right ankle or turned his right ankle. We don't know if it's officially a sprain as of yet, but he had to be helped off the floor, could not put any weight on that right ankle. So
looks like he could at the very end, but yeah, no, it just sucks.
Yeah.
Just absolutely sucks for him.
Yeah, we'll see about his availability tomorrow as well. That allows us to dial up the sideline right now here on the DLLS Mavs post-game show. As we are joined in studio by our national NBA insider, Marc Stein. You can always dial up the Stein line at the Stein line, who apparently is going to play game show host here on this segment with us here. What you got?
Yeah, so obviously the Luka game is Wednesday. Not in the not too distant. No, I'm saying that wrong. It was just a few days ago, a week plus ago, that Jimmy Butler made his return to Miami for the first time as a Warrior. So I've been thinking a lot about revenge games, and I actually put a whole piece together on my Substack today, collaborated with my pals at Basketball Reference. And, I have at my fingertips, and we're defining a revenge game as the first time a player faces his team after a trade. So technically, Luka has already played in his revenge game because the Lakers played host to the Mavericks on February 25th. So this is looking at the first game that a player plays against a team that has traded him. And I have at my fingertips the most points, threes, assists, steals, rebounds, block shots in that revenge game situation. So do you want me to just zoom through them, or do you guys want to try to guess who has scored the most points in a revenge game in NBA history?
I have to abstain from this because I read the piece and I could not believe the assist one. Could not believe it.
And you remember what I said.
I remember who it is. Yeah. Yes. But so I
most
can't play.
points in a revenge game. Do you guys have it besides the Corell illustrator? Do you have any guess?
I'll take a shot at LeBron's first game against Cleveland.
He had it wasn't a huge game, as I recall.
He had 38.
38, pretty good. What is the number we're looking at?
43.
43. Okay.
Oh wow.
And what era of basketball?
Within the last year.
The last year. Zach LaVine?
I'm going to give you another
don't know.
hint. It's a player who has been much maligned this season. A player.
Spencer Dinwiddie.
a player in the Western Conference.
DeMar DeRozan?
A player whose team
Westbrook?
hovers. A player
No,
whose
he said
team
last
hovers in the same region of the standings as your Dallas Mavericks.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to end the suspense.
Please.
I thought DeRozan was a great guess.
February 4th, 2024.
Don't you say Bradley Beal.
Bradley Beal.
Oh, my gosh.
43 at Washington.
Holy mackerel.
That's disrespectful for
The
us.
highest revenge game point total in the Basketball Reference database.
That's disrespectful
Wow.
to the Wizards for all that money he stole from them, over the last, 5-6 years.
Well,
He'll
and
drop
in the
43 on
he
them.
did have the no trade clause, so like there is a little bit of revenge dilution there. When
Right,
you,
exactly.
When you can only be traded with your consent. The most threes ever made in a revenge game. The number is 8. This happened nearly 25 years ago.
Oh.
Oh, wow. 25 years ago?
I didn't know they knew how to shoot threes back then.
Yeah.
Wow.
Steve Smith
Yeah,
for
I
the
never
San
would've got that.
Antonio
Thank you for
Spurs
just saying
Oh,
it.
wow. Okay.
against Portland. The most assists in a revenge game,
This
which
is
the
the one.
Corellistrator loved this stat.
I did love
The
this stat.
total is 19.
19
Scott
assists?
Skiles.
The player has Dallas area ties.
Does he really?
Dennis Rodman.
I believe so.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
I think so. Isn't he from Garland?
Tim Thomas. Wait, no, he doesn't have Dallas area ties. LaMarcus Aldridge.
Should I get that right, or am I
He's from
totally off?
Seagoville.
Is he from Garland?
Yeah.
Julius Randle.
Look at the old,
High.
look at the old man.
Let's
Sometimes
go.
the old
What
man
era?
remembers things.
All right, yeah. Help us out here.
Mookie Blaylock, 19
No,
dimes
yeah.
for Golden State.
We were talking about brothers. That's Hank's brother.
At
Yeah.
And they both played in the Dallas area.
Yeah.
Mookie Blaylock,
Sure.
19 dimes for Golden State at Atlanta on December 10th, 1999.
19 assists.
Now,
That's a deep
the
cut.
most steals in a revenge game. I'm going to give you guys another hint. We've already said his name in this discussion. Most steals in a revenge game. Bobby,
Hank Blaylock again.
it is Mookie Blaylock again.
okay.
Wow.
In the same game.
Oh, so Mookie went off.
19
okay.
dimes and 7 steals.
Okay, Mookie.
Mark,
Okay,
for the
now this
record,
is
when
a-
I say Hank Blaylock, I'm not. There's a former Rangers player, Texas Ranger.
Yeah, I wasn't even paying attention.
Yeah, I figured, but I wanted to make sure
Now
the
this
audience.
is, now this is okay. The most rebounds ever in a revenge game. I'm going to go out on a limb and say this is a player that Super Kev admired and loved. You see him weekly as a broadcaster today. Very
Ryan
prominent.
Hollins.
Very prominent. It was not Ryan
A
Hollins.
stat line that looks fake, by the way.
I mean, this is,
He's a broadcaster today?
yeah. The total is 33 rebounds in a revenge game.
This kid had 33 boards in a game?
When
He's
when
a
I say
current-
the answer, you're not going to be surprised.
And he's a current broadcaster. Okay, I feel like if you give me the team, I'm going to know.
Tanner guesses Shaq.
Rebound might even be part of one of his most famous nicknames.
Oh, Charles Barkley.
Charles
Round of rebound.
33 rebounds for Houston at Phoenix on November 2nd.
It's almost impossible to imagine.
1996.
Like, teams nowadays, like tonight, the Clippers missed 45 shots total.
Okay. This is the last entry in this game.
All right.
There have also, by the way, been 5 triple-doubles in revenge games, and Luka has one of those because he had a triple-double against the Mavs in the game in L.A. But,
Damn.
okay, you guys got to get this one. The most blocked shots in a revenge game happened also 25 years ago-ish.
Dikembe
Bradley.
Dikembe Mutombo, Philadelphia against visiting Atlanta, March 9th, 2001, 9 rejections.
Oh, gone
From
too
Mount
soon.
Mutombo.
Oh, my gosh.
Man.
Gone too soon. My goodness.
Man, back when I was single, that was an average week on dating apps for me.
Mike, shut up. God. Shut up. Let's feed Tim to the bull.
Was back
Yeah,
when
he
I was
did.
single supposed to be a flex? that what you kids call it?
I am in a relationship.
Is
No,
that
that
what
was
you
a good
kids
line.
call it?
That
Oh
was a
my
good line.
gosh.
So I looked up, Mark. I was thinking there's no way a guy has ever had 19 assists and 7 steals in a game. And it turns out Mookie did it once. Kevin Johnson did it once. John Stockton did it a few times. But how about the great Andre Miller back in 2001? 14 points, 22 assists, and 9 steals in a game.
My man almost had a triple-double with steals.
Yeah.
Your speed and adeptness on Basketball Reference really makes me jealous.
I spent a lot of time on that website, man. Practice makes better.
And first, and he also named one of my favorite players of all time, also because he has a great name. Kevin Johnson was an absolute baller for the Phoenix Suns. Like, Kevin Johnson was so
Well,
good.
before me and Tim's time.
Speaking of Sacramento, did you know Kevin Johnson?
He's the mayor.
yeah.
Or was.
At one point
And
was
now
the
you got
mayor.
me thinking of the early 90s Suns. Jeff Munn, one of my favorite PA voices in NBA history. I mean, the Suns intros were just
Look, man.
the early days at America West.
The fact that the Suns
At guard from California, number 7, KJ Kevin Johnson.
Yeah, man. The fact that those Suns teams couldn't break through, I mean, they played in the wrong
do
era.
it even 1/90th is good.
Yeah, because Charles Barkley with those Suns teams was just,
You
America
said
West
they
was
played
like
in the wrong era.
America. When the Suns got their new
like they
arena,
played in
that
the
was
Jordan
like
era.
that really ushered in like the new era of.
Well, I'm just saying
arenas
the Suns haven't fared
intros.
much better in the Doncic era.
I mean, touche, but I mean, I was just reminiscing on 90s basketball. Like the fact that Charles Barkley was as dominant as he was at that point and he still couldn't get past that Michael guy, like it was just nuts, man.
You know, dudes really can just sit around naming old sports.
And we really can. And
sports
here we
figures.
were, like, KG was mourning the loss of Dikembe Mutombo, and Tim is like, think about Tinder.
I was thinking about Quincy Acey.
Oh,
Not anybody thinks about Quincy Acey anymore.
Tanner, Baylor. That's a Baylor guy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Tanner thinks about Quincy Acey all the time.
Like, we're not gonna disrespect Tanner.
Y'all think
right?
about Ray Spalding?
Yes.
Great callback championship
Often.
games. Dan Marley was a hell of a 3-point shooter. Dan Marley could fill it up, man.
from Central Michigan.
Why is his last name spelled like that, though?
Marley.
Dan
Marley?
Marley is a Chippewa?
Oh, we have the
So-
results, gentlemen. Who would last the longest riding a bull? With all of 22
All right.
votes, thanks to y'all. I got half the vote.
You have the hat.
What's that got to do with sitting on a bull?
The hat is the
Oh,
clincher.
dude, Thunder Dennis from Traverse
You just
City.
won something and you're pissed about it?
Central Michigan, am I right?
He did go
No,
to
that's
Central
not.
Michigan, man. Good memory.
Wow.
I trust my memory zero anymore. Like I say these things, and I'm just like, God, I hope it was right.
I guess that means I got to put the hat back on. Shout
Dude,
out
the
to y'all.
hat has been game changing. It's the
I
best
need
thing
to
that's
get it-
happened on this podcast.
I don't
for
understand why
weeks.
it won't like be straight though. It's like I feel like it's just not straight the way that it needs to be.
Seriously,
That's
ask
just
that
like-
as a poll question. Has anything better on this podcast happened for weeks than KG getting that hat?
Oh, that's sweet of you, Mark. That's sweet.
Honestly, probably not. I mean,
100% answer. No.
I'm
no.
proud of the work we've done on this show. And there are so many great moments to choose from.
The fact that
That
we had
said-
happiest hour like beer and food, like
Okay,
said,
That was honestly
yeah, that happiest hour
yeah.
day was pretty.
that
good.
was an
Yeah.
epic evening.
like that was pretty insane.
That was epic. We had a tower full of beer. We got to drink it at work.
And Lud's lost his damn mind.
Oh, that's the happiest I've ever seen that guy.
Exactly.
He was overwhelmed.
He was
with joy.
overjoyed with the
Yeah.
amount of beer that was flowing from that particular portion
This
of the show.
season is off the rails.
It's almost over.
No,
we
it's not.
think.
Wait, so Luka started his game tonight for the Lakers. He started 0 of 10.
Yep.
That means he finished 10 of 11 shooting. Scored 35.
He started 0 of 10 and finished 10 out of his last 11
He should have
shots.
made all of his
He-
last 11.
Yeah, he scored 35 on 10 of 21 shooting. So 10 of 11 to finish the game after
I've
0
seen
of 10.
better.
Good gracious. Let us-
Max is getting shots up with him now too.
Yeah,
Playoff
yeah.
Maxey, he's a
there was
problem,
an
man.
official update on his health status
Yep.
today for the Lakers. So Maxey might be getting close to getting on the floor soon. We'll see. Let's take our last break here on the DLLS Mavs postgame
Movie
show.
time looms.
Let's go.
It is. What is your favorite movie? We're going to talk about some of our Mount Rushmore of favorite movies, and we want you to participate as well. Coming up next year on the DLLS Mavs postgame show. But first, if you want to go to a basketball game, football game, or to a movie, you got to use Game Time to get your tickets. Game Time Picks allows you to get the best tickets available when it comes to anything that you want to go to. Makes getting tickets to your favorite teams live even easier. All in pricing, so you know exactly what you're going to pay once you get to before you get to checkout. They also got panoramic seat views. I use Game Time to get my tickets to go to WrestleMania, which is just about 2 weeks away in Las Vegas for a 2-night extravaganza. So I was able to find out where I wanted to sit, how much I was going to pay before I even checked out as well. So if you want to take the guesswork out of buying your tickets, you got to do it with Game Time Picks. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use code DLLS for $20 off your first purchase. Remember, terms apply. And you create an account and redeem code DLLS for $20 off. Download Game Time today. What time is it?
Game time? Who? What are you doing on Friday, April 25th? If your answer isn't golfing with the friends, enemies, frenemies, your favorite and least favorite host from DLLS Sports
FRNDs
at the inaugural Lone Star Open, with all your FRNDs.
How many of us have them?
Well, then I don't want to know what you're doing on April 25th. It is our first ever Lone Star Open. You're going to be playing as part of a foursome. We got foursomes available with Owen Newkirk and Luds have already sold out, but we have, I believe, John Radigan, Sean Shapiro. I think even Jeff Kavanaugh is going to be on there too. So if you want to come hang out with us, play some golf, shoot the breeze with us out there, sign up at the on our website, alldls.com. If you're a diehard, you can save 20% too. There are so many reasons to become a diehard. Discounts on events and merch are just 2 of them. And there are so many more. You can read the website. You can join the Discord. You get your physical card. So yeah, come hang out with us on the golf course. April 25th.
Frinnies. I like that.
Ooh.
Frinnies.
Ooh, I do like
But
that
it
one.
adds a syllable.
Yeah.
It doesn't even attempt to take one away.
Yeah, and now it's a totally different way to say like Frennies with Bennies because we're friends that get the benefits of being diehards. So it's like a
friends with pennies. That's what you literally said in a meeting yesterday. We got to clean up the.
I said a different kind of
bennies.
A different kind of benefits.
Frennies with bennies.
It's a different kind of benefit. Grow up.
Y'all done?
Yes. I'm fine.
You sure?
Yes.
Because guess what? Game starts tomorrow at 9:30. Actually, later on the day at 9:30.
Leave me alone.
Pre-game show begins at 9 p.m. later on today, boys and girls. But before we get there, what is your favorite movie? I need you to drop in the chat right now what your favorite movie is, or your Mount Rushmore of favorite movies, as we have some fun after what was not a great night in Tinseltown for the for the Dallas Mavericks taking on the Los Angeles Clippers. They'll run it back tomorrow night with tip-off at 9:30 p.m. with our pregame show beginning at 9 p.m.
Before we start talking movies, can I shout out one TV show? Do you guys like medical dramas?
I'm not personal to them, no.
Okay, I've been watching one. It's revolves around a basketball team called the Dallas Mavericks.
Oh my god, dude! This is the worst. This is just the worst, man. I'm so over it all, you know?
Oh my god.
I don't even know what to say. Yeah, I mean, after watching our team
Mavs medical
get rocked drama like that, and it's like 12:30 in the morning, like it's vibe shift. It's time to have some fun. So one night, KG and Tanner and I just sat around and listed off things that make us happy.
That's right.
And what makes you happier than a good movie? So
Brandon Williams.
Oh, Brandon, don't break my heart. Don't break my heart.
But even that,
Olmec's on a heater.
Yeah.
Why does everybody leave me?
All right, so Mark is really talking up his. So I guess should we save yours for last, Mark, or did you want to go first?
No, I want to hear his first. I want to hear his. Yeah.
Well, my favorite movie
is
Rocky 3.
Oh, okay.
First movie I saw in a cinema.
Is that the one
life-changing.
where he goes to Russia?
Clubber Lang. The one before he goes to Russia.
Okay.
Rocky
Okay.
3, first movie I saw in a cinema without parental supervision.
Ooh, okay.
Oh,
Life changing. Made me a Rocky addict to insane levels. And it's not debatable. Rocky 3 is the best movie of all time. So that's why I wanted to shift the conversation.
hot take.
That's why I wanted to kind of commandeer the conversation.
Wow.
When I was doing my newsletter at the New York Times, I once printed what I consider to be the 5 unassailable best basketball movies of all time.
Oh, okay.
I was going to share my top 5 with you guys and figure we could react to that.
Okay.
And kind of make sure that we keep it basketball. What was that, Tanner? I didn't hear you, Tanner.
Just such a surprise.
We should have just let you host the show. You coming on all the content tonight, Stein. Look at you.
I'm just trying to streamline it.
No, you're good. You're good.
If all 4 of us try to do our favorite movies and argue about it, we'll be here till tomorrow's pregame show. So I was just trying to streamline things.
Yeah, I mean, y'all would let y'all have that.
I don't know if we have time for arguing, but I'm definitely willing to
the best
pitch
5
mine to y'all.
basketball movies of all time.
All right.
And this is the unassailable, inarguable top 5.
If Airbud's not on this list, then you can keep it.
Okay, well, we already have something to argue about. Number 1 is White Men Can't Jump.
Agreed.
Number
Cool.
2 is The Fish That Saved Pittsburgh.
Haven't seen it.
Number
Okay.
3 is Blue Chips.
It's all right.
Number 4 is Hoosiers.
Ooh.
And number 5 is Forget Paris with Billy Crystal's unbelievable portrayal of an NBA referee. That is the top 5.
Wow. All
The
right.
fact
there-
that you
I
had
like
Hoosiers at 4 it could cause
fine
a
with
lot of chaos. Like Hoosiers for a lot of basketball fans is number 1. Like unassailably
Is
number
Air
1.
Bud really in your top 5?
Air Bud is a tremendous basketball
You're missing the
movie.
Disney Channel original movie Double Teamed.
What's the one where the werewolf plays basketball?
Teen Wolf.
Yeah.
Teen Wolf is not.
I
in the
forgot
top
about
5.
that one.
Love and Basketball.
Yeah, that's a popular pick, but didn't make my top 5.
What's the one with Denzel that Spike Lee did? What is that one with Ray Allen? Jesus Shuttlesworth.
Mhm.
He got game.
He got game, yeah.
Coach Carter, obviously. another
Coach
really
Carter,
good one.
excellent
Another
movie.
really good one.
Excellent basketball movie.
I like that one a lot better than Hoosiers.
Coach Carter?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like it better than Blue Chips. I liked Blue Chips. It was fun. It was just
Was that Shaquille O'Neal's acting debut, Blue Chips, if I remember correctly, him and Nick Nolte? Yeah.
Nick Nolte,
Yeah.
Nick Nolte.
I think so, yeah.
Pete Bell. A
Um,
lot of sports writers got roles in that movie too.
oh yeah.
A lot of LA sports writers
Nice.
got bit
Okay.
parts in that roles. Not me.
Oh,
Wow.
Why not?
You sound a little bitter about that?
No, I
We can't get to put an acting credit on your resume?
Whenever we don't come up with any new IP anymore, so whenever they remake that movie, you'll be in
Right.
it. You'll be in it. Maybe we can make it. All right, so my list, there's actually no sports movies. Hard to narrow it down to 3. Couple honorable mentions: The Godfather, Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, Shawshank Redemption. There's a lot of others.
Oh, you forgot Shazam. That's
My 3 favorite movies in no particular order: The Social Network, great movie, incredible movie.
Great movie. Fantastic
That's a great movie.
Incredible movie.
Inglorious Bastards,
Oh,
15 out of 10 movie, incredible movie,
great call.
Incredible movie.
absolutely wonderful movie. And then I think maybe my favorite movie of all time, Hot Fuzz. Cannot watch that movie without feeling good about myself, without laughing, having a great time. I love Hot Fuzz, love the whole Cornetto trilogy, except for like the last hour or so of The World's End. Those are my 3 favorite movies, probably of all time.
Championship Game says put some respect on Above the Rim. Another great basketball movie.
Championship Games is right because the star of Above the Rim, Leon, is actually a friend of mine, so he would be quite.
You friends with Leon?
He would be quite dismayed to know that.
Simon, we're going to have a conversation after this show, okay?
He is tremendous. He is a huge Knicks fan. Huge Knicks fan. Only ever wants to talk about the Knicks.
One of my favorite all-time films.
Shout out to David Ruffin.
Tampopo. It calls itself so everybody's familiar with a spaghetti western. It's a ramen western. It's a Japanese film, a Japanese language film that is just incredible movie. Probably Doctor Strangelove's in there. That's my current favorite Kubrick, but it could easily change around a little bit, just depending on the mood. Grand Budapest Hotel.
Great movie.
Yeah, fantastic movie. Always enjoyed Wes Anderson. Killing of a Sacred Deer is probably my favorite Yorgos Lanthimos film, and Yorgos definitely is a man after my heart. Not for everybody, but I do enjoy his absurd. I do enjoy a little absurdism thrown in there. And then Paris, Texas. Paris, Texas, just the most beautiful movie ever shot or filmed. So probably those. I watched The Master today. Been going through Paul Thomas Anderson, the new PTA film coming out later this year.
I don't think I've ever seen a Paul Thomas Anderson movie.
You ever seen Boogie Nights?
I've seen Boogie Nights.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Inherent Vice? You probably
No.
Yeah, probably not that
Or
one.
Phantom Thread. I've seen There Will Be Blood. Love that movie.
Oh yeah. I knew. I was totally blanking.
Oh, There Will Be Blood is so good.
Yeah, There Will Be Blood is also very deserving of top 5 for me. I actually really enjoyed Licorice Pizza. That's his most recent one, but he's got a new one coming out.
Lucky Pope, the Toy Story 1, fantastic movie. Also, The Incredibles, another fantastic movie.
Yeah, KG, you and Tanner got to get in here quick.
Manchurian Candidate also going.
Okay. If you yell them just really loud.
Just say it and then we'll repeat it.
In no particular order, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
The which one?
The original one.
Okay.
Gene
yeah.
Wilder.
Okay.
Yeah, of course.
Great movie.
Yeah, fantastic movie.
Freaked me out when I was a kid.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory freaks me out. That's ridiculous. I don't know why they put Johnny Depp and cast him as that, but whatever. I know it's gross. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Remember the Titans
Good one.
as well. And I'm a big rom-com guy, and one of my favorites, The Wedding Planner, starring Matthew McConaughey and Jennifer Lopez. Great
Never
movie
seen
to
it.
sit down and watch. And if I had to put an honorable mention there for fourth for me, the first Iron Man is tremendous.
Oh, that was a good movie.
Iron Man is just, chef's kiss.
That was a good movie.
Mad Max Fury Road. Got to throw that one out there too.
Okay. You big Charlize Theron fan?
Like I'm a big fan of Mad Max Fury Road. That's what I'm a big fan of.
I was just asking.
I'm not a fan of Charlize Theron.
Yeah.
So
Anya Taylor-Joy as well.
yeah, great.
Anya
follow-up.
Taylor-Joy, great in The Queen's Gambit.
As a little
Mhm.
prequel.
Yeah, there you go.
Full Metal Jacket is on I'm looking at my letterbox. 5 stars. Just watched Memory of a Murder by Bong Joon-ho. Obviously or famously the Parasite director. Oh my God. I saw it in theaters like 2 weeks ago. Incredible movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
I watch a lot. Texas theater is like one of the coolest things like we have in the universe, and we are very fortunate it's here in Dallas. So
Casino Royale is another one for me. It's another one I always stop down and watch. Daniel Craig is James Bond.
Never seen a Bond movie.
What?
One Daniel Craig movie I've seen a lot, though, is The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo.
Girl with Dragon Tattoo. Yeah,
never seen that. I've always been to.
It's good.
I need to go through Fincher as well.
You got to sit
really
down
start
and watch.
catching up on my Fincher.
You got to sit down and watch a Bond movie though.
You know a
Yeah, never
fun
seen one.
movie
You need
that
to.
I've been watching some
Memento's a good one.
I've been watching like Ghibli movies, and I've been watching Miyazaki a little bit lately. Rango is an underrated movie. It is spiritually a Miyazaki movie. I don't know if you guys remember Rango.
No.
It's got this guy,
Didn't see it.
voiced by Johnny Depp.
Oh, I haven't seen it, but I've heard of it. Yes,
It's actually
I've heard
such a lovely little movie.
of it.
It's so fun. I mean, it's animated and it's a great movie.
That'll do it for us here on the.
That was a good segment.
Oh, we did it.
Very streamlined, really
Yeah.
flowed well.
Don't you mess it up. I'm trying to end this show here. It's time to go.
Back.
We will be back here tomorrow or later on today at 9 p.m. for the DLLS Mavs pregame show with tip-off at 9:30 p.m. We appreciate our guy Tanner making us look good and sound good as always. Thank you, sir. That is our national NBA insider and game show host, Marc Stein. That is our Mavericks analyst, Bobby Curl. That is our Mavericks beat writer, Tim Cato. And I'm your host, Kevin Gray. We are DLLS Mavs. We'll talk to you tomorrow at 9 p.m.
Your favorite
on DLLS.
guys
A team.
covering a team.
We'll talk to you later on today. Y'all be good.
Bye.
Peace.
We all silly like the mayor.